Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Charles Abels, local photographer in and around Prescott Valley, Arizona. I hope you enjoy this presentation. I have been waiting for this moment when I could finally open up this pre-owned Leica M-A. I received it earlier this week. With that in mind, let's not dawdle. Let's open up this what I hope to be a beautiful camera. Presentation case just always amazes me. There's like a certain amount of reverence. We'll open the top lid first, pop down the door, and pull out the bottom. And as we can see, it does have the camera strap in there. Now, when you buy these brand new, from what I understand, they generally have a roll of Kodak Triax in there for you to use with your MA. Fortunately, I have right here a roll of Kodak Triax film already, and this is the roll that I'm going to use. This should be the instructions, support documents. And now, let's see what beauty beholds here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, wrapped, protective wrap. And here it is, the Leica M-A, a 35mm film camera, reminiscence of the early 20th century, manufactured in the 21st century. Why would anybody want to purchase a film camera, especially one that is fully mechanical? No batteries are required. No electronics in here. And so the question would beg, why would anybody buy this? The interesting thing is last year I had decided that I was going to purchase a brand new film camera if I could find one. Leica had two film cameras that interest me. One was, of course, this Leica M-A, and the other was the Leica M-P. And so I waited, went window shopping online, and I finally stumbled upon this particular one, gently used, pre-owned, a bit cheaper, and it still had 3 years of warranty left. And I said to myself, this is a camera I'm going to get. So on the same week that they had announced the Leica M11 release, earlier that week is when I had ordered this Leica M-A. I wanted a film camera that was fundamentally the basics. I wanted it to be grounded to earth. And I thought, what better way than to purchase this Leica M-A. Got a roll of film ready. It's looking like it's a bit cloudy and stormy outside. Or getting to the point where it's going to be storming outside. So I think the sunny 16 rule's out of the question, but I think I'm going to take a few moments and personalize this camera for me, load it up with film, and then we're going to see about going out there later on today and photographing with this. Probably going to have to use the cloudy 8 rule, as it were. I don't plan to use any kind of exposure meter or anything, so we're just going straight school, old school. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I'd like to think that maybe those that watch it that are interested in film cameras may have learned a little bit. I do know this is a phenomenally awesome camera. It truly grounded me. As I walked around yesterday photographing, I was very mindful of my exposure. Light is a photographer's friend, so be mindful of that. This is not an automatic camera by no means. You have to think, you have to pause, and you have to reflect what kind of best exposure setting that you want. But that's what's also great about this camera, because it's up to you. You're the creative artist. And it does, in a historical way, it does, excuse me, it does harken back to the first of the M cameras, and that's this Leica M3, released in 1954. This particular model is a 1957 Leica M3. It's a beautiful shooter as well. And when you consider these two cameras, you might say, are distant relatives. And of interest, Leica M3 released in 1954, the lens that I used to photograph is this Leica Sumeron lens. And the interesting story about this is it's a lens manufactured in 1954. So yesterday when I used this lens, used it on the Leica M-A 1954 lens, and I'm very impressed with the lenses. I mean, I could take this lens and if I ever had a digital camera, say like the Leica M11, I would imagine I could still use this lens. And on one last note, the Kodak Tri-X 400, that was actually introduced in 1954. So full of history, and I just love it. So, without further ado, and until next time, adios.